poem is forever in search of an emotional truth. Often, that inflection point where truth reveals itself is the only true poem you require. Life's harshest truths are often that spare, beautiful poem which gives you release and a beguiling strength. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. Waiting. That's life, I'd always said, but you were typically unconvinced. As you lay the sausages out and opened the door to see if an adventure was passing by. And I wondered, even as I sat tired in the morning, the ways I diminished your world. But you knew I was the king of lonely hours, prone to present you an evening sky, and likely to slip out a poem as love's answer, then a diamond with only vacuity in its heart. You'd said, in those early days, we are both Zen masters at heart. I will lace your dark times with laughter. But we are truer to ourselves than the days we try to evolve into an average of who we were. And the days slip through the slivers of our growing distance till we ourselves broke our resolves. Who are we asked, after having abandoned our first selves to engender love as a law of physics. Every object will remain in uniform motion unless compelled to change its state by an external force. Deep inside, of course we knew it was chemistry we had attempted to build upon literature. And in this uncertain internal war which we knew nothing of, we cut each other's veins. I bled in words you considered keeping the gas on. We all have our individual sense of escape. Maybe in another life we will find space for each other's idiosyncrasies. Till then, I will gaze out of the window and you will keep the door ajar. People drift. Love leaves home. Life becomes a refugee. We become migrants in our own cities. What brought two people together often becomes the reason which tears them apart. Poetry is often a glue. Often it is only a record keeper. Often it is a bystander checking out its own pulse. And the two who loved how poetry defined them find the suburbs of love where they finally have to settle to be boring, brick-laden homestays. So much of love, as of life, are the boring intermezzos, when definitions of everything get recreated inside endless vistas of nothingness. What survives as cacti or becomes prickly like it, our best selves dry out and we become our worst versions. We are very rarely sensitive enough to know how we have regressed, how we have devolved. We see our sunburnt, smiling faces in the mirror and then go cursing into the arena of life, desperate for distraction, despairing to know where we had gone wrong. This is Sunil Bhandari and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. If you enjoyed this poem, rate it on Spotify or leave a comment on Apple Podcast. And I have a lovely newsletter called The Uncuts, which is like a Sunday dollop of warmth and fun and beauty. Subscribe to it. The link is in the show notes. And if you loved this episode, please do share it with someone you love. See you next week.